Oh, fuck. I hit it too early. What up? What up? We are
Hey.
back. We are back. This is the tournament finale of Schmoebates. The winner of this match will be playing Ben Bateman for that belt that we paid way too much for, and will be the new champion. And I am joined by the stats queen. Oh, you're over there. The
I am,
stats
yes.
queen, Megs.
What's up, everybody?
Fuck Frank Janish, but she's got it. If you want stats, go to Megs. How you doing, Megs?
I am doing excellent. I feel like I am, in baseball terms, the cleanup hitter. You know, you bring me in, make sure this final match just goes clean, and we just move right on into the finals. So happy to be here. This should be quite the match. Been keeping up with everything that's going on, and we definitely have some well-tested debaters on the docket for tonight.
Yeah, I mean they've both won several matches in this tournament. Uh, you can't deny their skill. So I will show everybody how we got here. So Mara obviously took out Kaiser, and then she took out Bibiani to get here, and then Video Drew beat Chance, and Chandru came in at the last minute to take on Robert Adams, beat him, then beat Video Drew. Both of those matches were 2-1. There was no like clear winner. It went to the audience polls both times. So also please tonight vote on those polls because they do make a difference. So the winner of this match tonight will go on to face Ben Bateman for the belt. And this is what it's all coming down to. This is what we've been doing it for.
Absolutely. And neither of these competitors have had a easy road to get here. So definitely a good test coming in, and they gotta lay it all on the line now for that final shot.
Yeah. And I also do want to thank Megs for being here because for once we have a fucking responsible adult.
As I have said many times, I live for managing chaos. So we shall see how we can keep this wrangled in.
Yeah, I mean, I've been in those study sessions with Ben and Dan, and you are a taskmaster. You keep shit going the way it needs to go, and I need you to do that. We don't need another Mara and Bib situation where we go fucking 2 hours talking about soap.
I can't promise absolutely everything, but I will do my best.
Well, with that said, let's go ahead and bring them on. Our finalists in this tournament, the amazing Mara Knopic.
Greetings.
And Chandru Dhandapani.
Hey, what's up? Once again, greetings. Hey, Mara.
Hi, how are you? I can't wait to see you.
Pretty good. I'm so excited too.
There we go.
The smartest people in the Schmoedown get to hang out together.
Once again, yeah. We're started the season. We're like close to ending the season too. Playing against each other.
There we go.
I 100% have to thank y'all for being available tonight, being Thanksgiving Eve. Last night, I hit up about 30 people for being a judge.
Oh wow!
And everybody was either traveling or working. And it's like, you were the only two that were available. Like, I couldn't ask you to be a judge.
You could. It just would be a disaster.
I mean, we could. It would just be a dead tie, right? Like I would keep voting for my answer. Mara would keep voting for her answer.
But
So
yeah,
as I
thank
said,
you for being here.
I come in clean, pitch up, so we're all good here. As someone who's been on the other side of the desk, it's kind of nice to be on this side. So
You're really classing up the joint.
Oh,
I
she
try.
Definitely is. Look at me and look at her. Like, yeah, she's classing it up.
Well, I think all three of us have advanced degrees as well, so I think it's always fun to. And Jake, you need tons of props for keeping this going the whole tournament.
It's been wild.
Goodness sakes.
I don't have a degree.
But you've kept this thing going.
Yeah, that counts for something.
Yeah, I don't need a
There are
fucking
plenty of
degree for
genius
that.
level people that don't have degrees. So trust me, pieces of paper are so well and good,
Exactly.
but also takes all kinds.
Yeah. Well, I will take that and accept it. Thank you, Mara.
I'm here for you, man. Plus,
All
you
right,
don't
well,
vote, so I can say whatever I
will-
want.
Wait, what's in the private chat? Okay. All right. So you've both obviously been here before because you've made it to the end. I am going to bring up the rules for this show for people who. Yes, there are rules, Mara.
This time, definitely yes.
Okay. So, 3 questions will be debated. The winner will be determined. Hey, I fixed the typo. By the guest co-host and the ghost judge. If there is a tie, the audience vote will serve as the tiebreaker. And again, I have to reiterate that voting on these polls is important because 2 of the last 3 matches came down to the audience vote. I will be posting the link to them on our Twitter page. I will put it in the chat every time. So please vote. And then the final round order will be determined by me flipping the action coin. You must win at least 2 rounds to be declared the winner because that's, math.
How numbers work.
And each competitor has 1 30-second uninterrupted time extension that you can use at any time. It can be in the open debate. It can be in your opening statement. It can be in your closing statement. You just have to use it before I post the poll.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much the only rule on that. Are there any questions?
Nope, I'm good.
I'm gonna refrain from asking the question. I really want to.
Oh no, ask it. Please ask it.
Where do babies come from?
God damn it.
I knew it was
You
coming.
existed.
You knew exactly what was coming.
I thought it was going to be another one.
Have you learned nothing?
Megs, do you not know me?
Do you not know me for not realizing I was going to take notes during this?
Hey, you do you. I just have an outline. I don't take notes. I'm not a voting member of the academy here.
Oh, we're an academy now. We've stepped up in the world. Very good.
I'm just proclaiming that for ourselves.
Very good. I accept it.
Okay, so Megs, if you will, let's see. We did have a coin flip backstage at the beginning. Mara got the coin flip, and she chose to defer to Chandru. So he will be going first in round 1.
Okay.
So, Megs, if you will ask the question, please.
Of course. Question number 1. Which rookie has been the most impressive this year and will continue to shine?
Hold on. I didn't set up my fucking
Okay.
timer. Give me a second.
Okay.
Because I'm a
So-
professional.
You are a professional, sir. So yes, who has been the most impressive of the rookies this year and will continue to shine into next season is our first option that we're going to discuss.
Okay, timer is ready. Chandru, you can start in 3, 2, 1.
I'm talking about a rookie who came in singles and also has been phenomenal in teams this season. He's a combined 10-0 this season so far, and he's going to play for both the belts at Spectacular. I'm of course talking about downtown Griffin Newms as well as RT Newms in teams. So Griffin Newman has done phenomenally well. Like not just the best rookie performance this season so far, the rookie performance anyone has ever seen in the past 8 years of the Schmoebates. So like I said, he's been phenomenal in both singles and teams. He's been playing high tier competition and beating all of those people. He's bringing the character aspect as well. We saw him
20
how
seconds.
amazing he was at the New York live event too. So he plays not he isn't just amazing at the trivia. He builds up the character aspect, like the pink gloves and beanie is already iconic. And he has won both tournaments, which has never been done by a rookie before. Which is already iconic.
2, 1. All right. So, Mara, your 60 seconds starts in 3, 2, 1.
I'm going a different direction with this, and I'm picking Nikki DiMolanta. She's currently a 4-0 Star Wars player getting ready to play for the Star Wars belt. And I want to be very clear. I'm not going to be throwing shade on anybody in order to win this, but I'm just going to kind of analyze it factually. She has had no what-ifs in her road to a title shot. Even if Molly had beaten Alex, she would have beaten her. Even if Laura Kelly had beaten Gold Leader, she would have beaten her. There are a lot of what-ifs in Griffin Newman's path, at least to the singles belt, which is what I'm going to focus on because I just want to analyze this league to league with individual play, not accounting for having a teammate on your side. Nikki also had the weight of expectations. She had the weight of expectations being Andrew DiMolanta's partner, and I think that actually says a lot that she's held in the same high regard as he is. She's an elite level player, and honestly, the whole Star Wars league is full of sharks. It is full of elite level players. You don't have to wade in the shallow end, you get thrown into the deep end, which is why I think she unequivocally has shined this season, is going to continue to shine after she wins the Star Wars belt at Spectacular.
All right. Megs, do you have any thoughts? Is there anything that you need them to elaborate on to persuade you? Is there anything you want to ask?
So I think they went with two of the fairly obvious picks, the front runners for Rookies of the Year so far this season. What I would like to hear is how they see them moving into next season. What does that path look like for them next season? How will they continue this momentum if they can continue the strong momentum that they have in this season?
Okay. I don't have anything from the Ghost Judge at the moment. Okay. Ghost Judge said, how does Mara stay with her pick if Thomas Harper wins?
I was going to say the outcomes of any of their picks have a strong difference on what happens at Spectacular. So touch on that if they have to recover or if they are running with momentum, how that will factor in.
That also leads into our friend Allison Salamone, who's hanging out backstage. She asked, how does Chandru stay with Newman if he loses both matches at Spectacular?
Awesome.
Okay. So if y'all are ready, I will start the 4-minute open debate in 3, 2, 1.
There are big what ifs in Nikki's run too. For instance, what if Ross Arsenal didn't get the toughest 5-pointer ever to be asked in Star Wars thus far? And what if Andrew DiMolanta didn't fill out of the tournament and was in the tournament? He would have played Nikki. So there are what ifs in Nikki's case as well. And in the case of Griffin, in the singles tournament particularly, he did not play like the best people or like the most expected people to come out of their quadrants. That is not his fault. And people who beat Page beating Bateman or Barbarian coming out and beating Paul Oyama and Brendan Meyer, they were good enough to beat all of those people and come up. So
I think
and
those what
Griffin
ifs
beat
do
those
matter
people
for
too.
him though, because again, I think people earn their wins. I'm not diminishing their successes whatsoever, but I think that Ben Bateman, Paul Oyama, or
3
even
minutes.
Dan with the upset from Janine, I think that those upsets might have given him an insurmountable path to a title, whereas I disagree completely. I think that Nikki has absolutely distinguished herself to say that anyone in that tournament that she could have played, she would have beaten. And I think that's the difference there. I think the what ifs do matter a lot for Griffin Newman.
Yeah, but we're talking about hypotheticals. He played the matches that was given in front of him. It's not his fault that other people got upset in the tournament. Like maybe if they came to
I'm
him,
not blaming
he
him.
would have upset him too. Yeah, exactly. But like you said, Star Wars is full of sharks. There's already Thomas Harper who's had 5-0 runs, 4-0 runs in Star Wars, especially as a rookie, is not particularly special. This is the third time this is happening.
I don't think we should diminish anybody's 5-0 run in any division.
I'm not saying it. I'm not diminishing it. I'm just saying there have been other people who've also done the similar equally impressive things. But a 10-0 combined singles in team has never happened. Even the closest we can come to is Adam Collins last year, who came 7 wins and then he lost in the teams tournament.
Actually, with Adam Collins is great because that's who I wanted to focus on, because I see a lot of similarities between Adam Collins last season and Griffin Newman this season. And look at what happened. Adam Collins lost his belt in the opening match of the year. He was being called the new GOAT. He was being said that he's better than Dan Murrell, better than Sam Levine. And then he has been beltless for the remainder of the season and not even gotten close. And he is still an elite player. I'm not diminishing him at all. But I could see Griffin Newman doing the same thing.
That doesn't mean Griffin is going to do the same, go on the same path. If anything, he's going to learn from what happened to Collins as a lesson, and like keep continuing on as an even better player. Like, and Star Wars, like you said, it's full of sharks. I can see like 7 or 8 people who are as good as Nikki. Who can always like beat her too. So future wins is going to be very like hit and miss. But whereas in singles and teams, once you've reached the rarefied air, there's very few people. The top is not usually that crowded. Especially if you have this impressive knowledge over a wide range of movies. That is again impressive too. Like Star Wars, I know we are also in specialized divisions, but it's only over 12 movies, meaning anyone can get better within even during the off-season break. But it takes a lot for other people to get to the rarefied air that Griffin is at right now.
20 seconds.
I gotta say, I disagree with that in the sense that I think that you have in a tournament with that many people in singles, when you look at the overall striations of degree of difficulty, I think that you do get a lot of less challenging wins, even when they're TKOs and KOs. And I think it is more impressive to beat someone who is on the same level or greater than you than to just beat someone who's not as good.
Griffin did that with a sudden that
Time.
like.
Thank you, responsible adult. Okay.
I will pull out the mom voice. Just be careful.
And as I say every time, I'm glad I don't have a vote in this.
Yep.
So you do. Yeah, you got some shit to think about.
I do.
So before I get to your thoughts, we did have one from the Ghost Judge. Said Nooms is doing what Adam Collins already did. I think that was touched on a little bit. And our friend Allison said, can we hear more about plans for how they will shine next season? So you can feel free to address those if you want to or not in your closing statements. Don't forget, you do have the 30-second time extension if you would like to use it. I have a feeling that's going to be in round 3. just based on your past performances. But we will start the closing statements with Chandru. Your 60 seconds starts in 3, 2, 1.
You said Nunes is doing what Adam Cons already did, but he only did that in singles. Nunes is doing it both in singles and teams, and it is unprecedented. But whereas Nikki, there's two other people who also went 4-0 in their starting runs. But Nunes went 10-0, and also to win a teams tournament, it's usually done by either veteran teams or teams consisting of veterans who've been in this game, at least one or two of them. But he has taken King Khan to a next level too, and like in every single team's match, you can see he's performing even better than his own teammate, which is not what we saw from Collins last season. Once again, the best part is he's playing in two different divisions. He is already proved he's tried and tested in live event scenarios too. So of course Christian's gonna love this new character of Griffin Nunes, and would want to establish him and advertise him as much as possible. So he's going to get so many live events and tattoo matches.
Time. All right. And Mara, your time starts in 3, 2, 1.
First of all, what if Thomas Harper wins? I mean, honestly, I do think that it matters, and the difference between Nikki DiMolanta losing versus Griffin Newman losing is that I do think that the weight of the expectations put on her and the fact that she has far exceeded them and stood up to every single bit of scrutiny and pressure, especially that introducing female players in any division have when they come into the league, has absolutely solidified her place in the zeitgeist of Star Wars elite players. And I think that she's going to continue to propel herself up through. Even when you lose something, it gives you fire. It fuels you to go do something better than you did the last time. So I think that she can absolutely still harness that and still be considered the most impressive player this season. Furthermore, we want to talk about that Griffin Newman competes in two divisions. I fully herald that. However, they are two divisions that require the exact same type and tactic of study. So I don't think that that makes him any better than her in terms of impressiveness, especially since the Star Wars division has proven they can ask you anything, any iota of anything that's ever been written anywhere. And I think that that's something to be put in terms of how impressive she is that she's done that.
Time.
I'll use my 30 seconds.
Oh, shit. Okay. Hold on.
It's pulling in the stops.
I was not expecting it that early, but
we'll see if the strategy works.
If you got something to say, then say it, bro. Okay. Your extra 30 seconds starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
If Griffin Nunes loses both matches at the Spectacular, he would still be the front runner for Rookie of the Year because he would have basically gone 10-2. Once again, winning both tournaments has only been done by Sam Levine before, and he was already a tried and true vet at this point. But in case Nikki loses the match at Spectacular, she would not even be the best Star Wars rookie. That would go to like Thomas Harper, who's gone 6-0. Again, this is unprecedented levels of excellence which we've never seen before. Winning a Star Wars tournament we've seen before.
All right. Well, while I get this poll posted, Megs, got any thoughts?
Oh, I have many thoughts. I have many thoughts indeed. They definitely, again, they went with the front runners. But that doesn't necessarily mean that it makes it any less difficult to choose. I think I have one direction I am leaning just based on certain more logistic things, but we shall see. We shall see. I will see what our other esteemed judge has to say.
Okay, our poll is up at Call to Action's Twitter. It's scrolling down there on the screen. Let me put it in the chat. And Megs, you and the Ghost Judge, if you will go into our Twitter chat and deliberate. I'm not going to drag this out too long. If you agree, I will say the winner of round 1. If you do not agree, then we will find out what happens later.
Yep. I'm just waiting to hear back from him or this person. Sorry.
Oh, God damn it.
I know. I was trying so hard not to give any clues, but
Well, I said him earlier, so it is what it is.
there's a lot of possibilities with that.
It's not Roxy Stryer. She's not a him. All right. So the polls are posted. I put the link in the chat. Please go vote. Like I said, this has come down to the votes the last few times. Okay. I mean, you can still vote, but we have a consensus between our guest judge and our ghost judge. I am only going to announce the winner of round one because if I announce it in round two and it's the same person, then they're not going to keep fighting. So
Makes sense.
we keep it rolling. The winner of round one of our Schmoebates tournament finale is Mr. Chandru Dhandapani.
What? Oh, I was not expecting that. Great fight, Mara.
I'll say you guys both brought.
I didn't realize that we were gonna have to analyze him in both divisions, though. Not that excuses anything, but I had only prepared arguments against him in singles. I misunderstood the question. That's my bad.
Well, I guess that's actually technically my bad for not.
No,
clarifying.
You gave a very clear question. It didn't specify. I just made an assumption, and you know what that does to people.
That's part of that's part of the game. Part of the challenge of debating is to not only analyze how you're going to argue, but how the question is interpreted.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we were also told there were no changes made to questions, so I felt like asking clarifiers didn't need to happen.
Yeah, and I also want to give a massive shout out to everybody that's in the chat, especially Nikki DiMilana.
Oh, is she in the chat?
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I love Nikki. I forgot to say that in my 4 minutes. That was literally my first note.
Oh,
well, she's here and you fucked up. So, and also Jacob London, Brandy, everybody that's here, Carissa, Ed Haskell, Matt Munoz.
We got a lot.
I love all y'all.
A lot of great people in here.
I'll have to make some forgive me cookies for Nikki next week if I see her.
All right, well, we are ready to move on to round two. Let me fix my timer. It was so much better when I had, like, someone else doing this shit.
I asked if you wanted me to do anything else. You said no, you could handle it.
Well, that's kind of a carryover from my job. I don't trust anybody to get anything right. So I do everything myself. But if there's anyone I should trust, it's you.
I do appreciate that, but I also understand the sentiment. So I will not begrudge you that.
Okay, so I will start round two, starting with Mara. Your 60 seconds will begin after Meg's answer or asks the question, because that would probably help.
I was about to interject, but you saved yourself. Good job. So the second question that we will be debating is, what would it be better to be in a faction or go solo next season, and giving your reason why?
Oh, wait, I hid the wrong one. Oh, there
There
it is.
we go.
Okay, so Mara, your 60-second opening debate starts in 3, 2, 1.
So I'm being totally honest here. The faction system this year gave me a lot of relationships that I care very much about, and I don't regret that at all. However, the pressure of being in a faction and the concept of the faction title, I think, has been one of the most disastrous things to ever happen to the Schmoedown. It has turned some really wonderful people into doing some really ugly things, and it has fostered resentment and a level of competition that I think has started to make the institution crumble from within. And I know that if there's going to be factions and a faction
30
system,
seconds.
if I'm playing next season, I'm not going to be part of it. Just flat out, I'm not going to do it. I like the idea that I will be in control and have the autonomy to play who I want to play, to turn down matches if I'm not in a tournament that I don't want to play. If they tried to pit Dan and I against each other in IG, for example, and I didn't want to do it, I don't have to be told or let down a faction full of people that I'm earning points for
10.
to do it. I can still study with anyone. I can hang out with anyone. You get to decide for yourself what you're doing, and you only answer to yourself if you happen to let yourself down and you lose, and you don't disappoint anybody.
Time. Okay. And Chandru, your 1 minute starts in just a second.
Mhm.
But this is a I do want to hear from both. Well, I'll save it for the open debate. So
Okay.
Chandru, your 1 minute starts in 3, 2, 1.
So, of course, I'm going to say being in a faction is one of the best things to do in Schmoedown, and that's what I'll be hoping to do next season, whatever faction I end up being in. The camaraderie that I got from a faction in this past 2 seasons is unprecedented, even though I was kicked out. There's so many supports for 4 pillars of support that the faction gives, right? Trivia, where you can practice with the best of them. Like, so many veterans became better after they became part of a faction. Emotional support.
30 seconds.
You have your entire faction and manager waiting for you in a Zoom call right after you shoot a match, and then that gives you so much support. Like, even if you lose a match, you feel that much better. Character support, be it promos or like character work, your entrances and everything. Sometimes your manager and the faction takes care of it. So you can just focus on the match. And having a manager is a strategic advantage, both in terms of challenges, respins, betting, how much you bet, and so on. So why would I give that up?
Okay. What I want to hear, like you both gave good arguments about whether or not you need a faction to be effective in this league. Mara, you do have an inherent advantage by being with Dan and having that study partner, whether or not you're in a faction or not.
I was gonna bring that up in the open debate. You didn't have to.
Well, I feel like I already touched on that, but I'll touch on it again.
Okay. And Chandru, I want to know, like, you had all that shit with the cutscenes and everything.
Yeah.
With Winston and trying to break up swag, all that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know why you want to stick with that, or if you're wanting to go somewhere else.
Got it.
Those are my thoughts on this.
Okay.
Megs, do you have anything?
So just listening back through, there was a lot of what your guys' personal experiences were.
Mm-hmm.
I want to hear his perspective of hitting on why having people in factions versus people being solo has an effect on the league on its entirety. What a benefit is for having factions in the league, benefits for the league for having people solo.
Mm-hmm.
That is all that I had. And I'll just say our ghost judge is hearing from Mara if being alone is how if she would take a manager at all if you were solo. As in not being part of a faction, but you would still have someone managing you solo.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We all good here?
I'm good.
Okay. Chandru, you've already used your 30 seconds. Mara,
Yep.
you still have it. I'm talking to the audience, man. Okay, so the 4 minute Open debate starts in 3, 2, 1.
Okay, so as far as support, I don't understand why that you have to think that you don't have that without a faction. Like, if you think for a second that I'm not going to study with Robert Parker and Kevin Smets like I have been all season just because I'm not in a faction with them, that'd be idiotic. Like, we're still going to study together. It doesn't matter
that
what
is because
faction.
you developed the friendship because you were in a faction with them for an entire season.
Right,
Like I can tell from like literally personal experience. Even when all this shit was thrown at me last season, and like rumors were started about me on Reddit. Like no one else was reaching out to me except for my faction. So I know firsthand that only your faction mates stick with you.
Well, that's your personal
through
experience,
thick and
though.
thin.
That's
Yeah,
not
no,
everyone's
you were also
experience.
talking about your personal experience about
Yeah,
going to study with Parker.
I know a lot of people that have been vocal about their dislike of a
Parker
faction
is-
system. It's not just me.
Yeah, and I know a lot of people who've gotten better and who like the faction system. A lot of people, like even great players like Ethan, Dan, Roka, you, Mara, Janine, all of these people became better players. Have became got to sharpen their trivia skills because of the factions
And that's stuff that happened this season, though. We have to look at going forward. There was no option. You had to be in a faction this season in order to compete. We can't just say, oh, well, you had these things in a faction this season. That makes them better.
Mm-hmm.
There was no option. There were no solo players this season. So, yes, I admit that I got given a lot of gifts by being in the dungeon. It's one of the best experiences I've had in the Schmoedown. However, moving forward from that, I would choose not to remain there. Like, that is a choice. I also know that there are plenty of other people in the dungeon and outside the dungeon that have been really dissatisfied with the vitrality that has been generated in the league because of the faction system. And having the availability and the option to leave, I think, is really important. And as far as being managed, I have firsthand knowledge from the voice of Christian Harloff. If you're solo, you can be managed by anyone in any match. So I could have Dan manage me if I want. I could ask someone else to manage me if I want. So it's a moot point. You don't lose anything by being solo next season. You gain autonomy and you gain a sense of satisfaction in knowing if I lose next season, if I come out and I just bomb and I have the worst season I've ever had, I'm the only one that I disappoint. I don't have to feel like I ruined it for everyone else in my faction and I screwed them over and they feel like I wasn't worthy and they kick me out. Like, you don't lose anything.
That is not how you. Yeah, but you're only talking about the negatives of being in a faction. You also like get to revel in other people's victory. You get to be but you get to you get to be a part of other people's victory. You get to support them. For instance, like I know how close you are with Robert Parker. The only reason you didn't play Robert Parker this season was because you were in a faction with each other. And if you went solo, you would more than likely play Robert Parker next season.
And there's no one I'd rather lose to than someone as good and who I love as much as Robert Parker. Like, it's a moot point. Like, if I'd been in the tournament, if they'd had a 16-person IG tournament and I hadn't had major surgery, we would have played each other because we would have started out on opposite sides of the bracket, and I believe we both would have ended up in the final together. Like, I'm not sacrificing anything. If I lose a match, do you know who's going to be the first person that calls me? Robert Parker next season.
Exactly. That is because you were in a faction. That was because the friendship you developed.
We
because
had to
you
be in a faction.
Yeah. Yes. And potentially by going solo next season, you're going to give up on a lot of potential friendships that you would get by being
Maybe
in a faction.
Maybe you would if you weren't in a faction, but I'm not going to lose any of that. I have those people in my life forever now.
You will have more people. You will have more people entering your life in an even stronger sense if you join a different faction with different people too. So,
20 seconds.
So if you
I
want
still study with people outside my faction this season anyway. Like, it wasn't like a law that I couldn't like study with people outside my faction this season.
Yeah, but not everyone is gonna get that. Like, especially with singles and teams, it's very easy for people to like play with each other. So most people try to study with themselves or just their faction mates. You're talking about your personal experience.
God damn, you the way you say time is so much more authoritative than the way I say it.
I have practice.
I know
just
you.
Chalk it up
You've
to
had
that.
you had to cut off Bateman and Merle and everybody. Like, yeah, that's why
just be on any sort of stream with Kaiser, and you have to.
God. Yeah.
That's where I'm going to cut that off right there. But this question has gotten very heated, and I'm loving loving this back and forth. As far as this final argument, what I would like to see, how being solo or being in a faction affects story. because we talked about the players themselves. What about the league from storyline standpoint? Are you hindered by having more factions? Are you hindered by having all these people fractured out in solo? Something to address there if you are able to.
And I also wanted to bring up, I know that you have been in these factions for the last year or two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if you were solo, I don't want to have the argument that you already have these relationships with people that you can keep studying with. Like, how
I don't understand what you're
exactly?
asking.
What's that?
Oh, sorry, keep going. I thought you were done. I didn't understand what you were asking.
No, I'm saying like you've been in factions, you have these relationships with these people that you've been studying with, but if you were solo and not in a faction, how is that beneficial to your study regiment if you are not in those groups?
If you have people that you would normally study with that are in factions and you're solo, how do you navigate that?
Yeah, does that make sense?
Yes.
I am not very good at articulating shit sometimes.
No, you're fine. I understood exactly what you asked. I needed to wait long enough to hear you ask it. It's fine. I was being impatient.
Give me just 1 sec. Okay. The Ghost Judge wants to ask, are the factions good for the league too? I know the closing arguments are only a minute, but I have power here, so I'm going to change it to 1.5 minutes each for this one.
Oh no! I need to write more lines for my closing statement.
Yeah, I'm going to change this to you both
Throwing
have
in
1.5 minutes for this.
This has been quite the question. I don't know if we were quite.
Yeah, I do not know which way I would lean right now, so I am perfectly fine with adding a little bit of extra time. So you both have 1.5 minutes for your closing statements. Like the Ghost Judge asked, are factions actually good for the league? You don't have to make that your whole fucking argument. Just maybe touch on it. Okay, so Mara, you will be going first in 3, 2, 1.
So are factions good for the league? Absolutely. Let's look at the season I debuted, 2018. There were factions and there were solo players. And honestly, I think that is one of the best seasons the Schmoedown has ever had. I think that when you had some people in factions and some people that were solo, you had some of the best stories that the Schmoedown has ever had. I think that you have greater flexibility for story. You don't have to be put faction against faction for an equal number of matches to possibly be eligible to get an equal number of points, because we're allowing people to just weave in and out of whatever matches they win or pin them up against people that are just interesting things to see. Kevin Smith versus Dan Murrell could finally happen because it just can, because we're not confined by the faction system. It can just be a one-off match. Like, the idea that you lose something by not being in a faction. I feel like I've addressed this, but I'm going to address it again. The people that I study with today, I'm going to study with 6 months from now. That is not going to change just because of me not being in a faction. I think that, of course, that's an individual thing, but I think that most people in the Schmoedown that form relationships with people do it based on sincerity. And I think that those sincere relationships are going to persist no matter what kind of t-shirt I wear. If I get put into a faction, if I don't, if I stay solo, if I decide to change my mind halfway through the season, like, the people in the Schmoedown are real, authentic people, and I'm not losing anything. I can ask anybody I want to manage me. I can ask anybody I want to study with me. I can ask anyone to hold me when I lose a match and tell me it's going to be okay, because those people matter and I matter to them, and it's not going to change.
That was a hell of a fucking argument. Okay, Chandru, you better bring it, bro. Your 1.5 minutes starts in 3, 2, 1.
you're still in the factions and setup, Mara, and you're still talking about personal experiences. But for like general players, usually they don't train with the people that the faction that they leave after a season. For Listan and Miller hasn't like practiced with us for entire season. I'm not gonna practice with anyone in swag next season because they kick me up. So, but the faction system overall have gotten the great stories. Like every match mattered in this last 2 seasons. Every match had eyeballs and like stakes because of the faction system. And a lot of people have improved because of the faction system. If they're good trivia players and they weren't comfortable with the character, the faction system, like the manager, helped them out. If they were good characters and they wanted to improve on their trivia, the factions were there to like support them and help them out. And we can't understate the fact how much emotional support all of the faction mates have been to each other over this past 2 years of COVID too. Like without the faction system, people would have gone crazy. Once again, like I said, promos you don't have to worry about too much. The managers are going to be there. You said you will have these friends forever. Of course we'll have these friends forever. But when it comes to a faction, it's a different type of camaraderie. Like the happiest I've been this season was when Paul won the free for all, which was not even my match. You get to revel in other people's victories, and you get to give emotional support as well as trivia support in their victories and losses too.
Time. Megs, I am going to need you to.
I would like to use my 30 seconds.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay, your extra 30 seconds starts in 3, 2, 1.
So we're talking about my personal experience, yet you immediately bringing your personal experience that you wouldn't study with anyone in swag. So I think that if we want to, we can just nullify that and say that we're all being very particular about this. However, as far as storylines go, the corruption storyline that Mike started in the 2018 season, one of the best storylines ever created. Guess what? He was in a faction and I wasn't. He had a little group of people and I didn't, and it was a great storyline. We're improved in the faction system. That was then, this is now. And as far as interesting, I beat Emma Fyfe on my way to a title, and she still cheered me on. It doesn't matter who you've won or lost against or who's in your faction.
Time. That was by far the best round that has happened in this tournament.
I would say. That was great. And yes, I hate having to choose.
I'll be right.
You both have proven yourselves to be worthy of being in this tournament finale. That was amazing.
Absolutely.
And I don't have to vote.
That is honestly such a great position.
I will put the link to vote in the chat. Everybody, please go to our Twitter page and click on the poll. Megs, I'm going to need you to carry me while I'm doing all this.
Oh, you're good. You're awesome. Yeah, I was going to say with all the changes that are going to be coming down the pipeline this next season, I think it's going to be very exciting to see what all dynamics come and change post this spectacular. And even some of the things are going to be introduced during this spectacular. So very, very excited to see what all is. Do you guys have a match that you're most anticipating at spectacular? Chandru?
Oh, I mean, I can't wait to watch Robert Parker win his first Intergeekdom belt.
Oh,
I could have guessed.
I mean, Intergeekdom would always be like close to my heart, of course. But Roka Dan, the last match of Roka is like, I'm gonna be in tears.
I'm actually I'm leaning towards Nikki and Thomas.
I think
last spectacular, that was before I watched all the Star Wars movies. Spectacular 19.
Oh wow!
So I was a very casual fan. So the match between Alex Damon and Laura Kelly, which was the only match that wasn't a TKO or a KO.
correct.
No,
in that event.
Yeah, that's true.
I
Don't
went
question that.
outside to
Oh, yeah.
smoke during that match. I didn't actually watch the match
Oh wow,
because
You're
I didn't
lost,
give a shit
man. That
about
was a
Star
killer
Wars
match.
at the time.
that was quite the match.
Yeah.
Yeah. So everybody, please, the poll is posted on our Twitter page. It's scrolling across the bottom. I put it in the chat. Please go vote. I will be back in like 20 seconds. I really got to piss because I'm a professional.
That's why I left.
we are professionals here.
Stopwatch is rolling.
I was gonna say I'm watching the clock here.
Doesn't he know you're supposed to wash your hands for 20 seconds, not pee for 19 seconds, and then wash your hands for 1
Then
second?
watch it. 1 second.
Yeah, I was gonna say it says the yes the medical professional side is definitely kicking in there.
Oh, it's been 20 seconds. Darn.
I'm used to just rolling with everything, but again, still thanks to everybody who's hanging out in the chat. Seen a lot of great people hanging out here. Definitely looking forward to all the wonderful food tomorrow and over the next full weekend here.
I actually have a question. So,
Yes.
well, it's for Chandru. Sorry.
Yeah.
So I know that like traditionally, culturally, like there's not American Thanksgiving. Like I do it with Dan's family. Do you celebrate American Thanksgiving with your family?
Not so much. Like because my family isn't here. They're back in
yeah,
India.
sorry.
But like I do friendsgiving usually. Thing is like I'm usually at a conference around this time. So the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday before Thanksgiving, I'm usually at an APS conference, and I just take Thanksgiving break to like either meet friends there or like basically do road trips there. So that's what I do for my Thanksgiving rituals. But tomorrow we're doing like a Friendsgiving.
That's awesome. I'm glad.
Awesome. So yeah, usually in general, even if it's not the full tradition, it's usually always a good excuse to get together with people and just hang out.
Yeah. And Diwali is basically our Thanksgiving. So it's a lot of like making sweet, eating a lot until you pass out.
Yeah, when I started doing it with Dan's family, I was like, okay, how much food do I have to make? And how do I make it?
All of it.
I don't know how to cook any of that stuff. So
All
I had
the
to learn.
things.
By the way, that was well over a minute, Jake.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a long piss. And
no,
it's not like last time where you said you didn't believe that I was taking a piss and you thought I was dropping a deuce.
I mean, everybody does it. I read a book about it.
Not in the middle of a stream. I can hold that shit.
Literally.
Okay, how about we move into the third question?
Oh, see, responsible adult.
This is why you bring me. This is why you bring me here.
Okay. Hold on. Let me look at our private chat with Megs and the Ghost Judge. Okay.
I'm honestly surprised you haven't accidentally said who the Ghost Judge is yet. I'm incredibly proud.
Yeah.
It only took 8 rounds. Or however fucking many it's been.
I think we're.
Oh my god, I've been very negligent on super chats.
Oh no.
Do we want to catch up before the third round, or do we want to do it after?
Yeah, let me do it now before they go away.
Mm-hmm.
They will disappear.
I mean, if you're gonna give us money, I need to.
Ooh, I heard that.
Sorry.
Okay, so we got one from #family John Lestrina. Have we answered the question of who is the better driver, Dom or Brian? That's the important question, fam. Hi, Megs. So, John, I am going to answer your question. The better driver is Dom because he's still alive.
Okay. You went there.
The character of Brian
in the Fast and the Furious,
alive,
yeah,
bro.
exactly.
You went there.
In the universe, Brian is still alive.
Wow.
I'm sorry. It just
You-
that was the first thing that popped into my head.
I'm not surprised,
No.
but oh my goodness. Yes, and Listrina, please never change. Always coming in clutch, pun intended, with the Fast and Furious references.
Oh, I love that. Did you
Nice,
see what he said?
nice.
Brian is still canonically alive. Boom.
No, they CGI'd his face on his brother. That shit
Right,
doesn't
the
count.
actor Paul
But
Walker,
the-
yes,
the
sadly left the
characters.
world, but the character's still alive, man.
Yeah.
Oh goodness gracious!
And we just
Do we
Chandru and I argue against Jake for whether or not the character is Brian.
You
Is that
know
the only
what?
time-
Look, Mara, I know better than to argue with you because
Well, if I've
You
got
put
him
me-
on my
you put-
side, I can't lose.
you put
Yeah,
me in my
we're the-
place last time. You told me to know my place.
I may have said that. You can't prove that.
It's on YouTube.
Prove it. Prove it right now.
Well, I can't pull up a YouTube.
Exactly. You can't, can you, Jake?
Ah,
Do we have more super chats to read over there?
yes, we do. Thank you, responsible adult.
By the way, I have a
our-
request.
Yeah.
what-
No,
what-
super chat first. Super chat first.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay.
No. Say what you got to say.
If I do not make it to the title match with Ben Bateman, can I please be a non-judging co-host because I have fun torturing you.
Hell yeah, of course. You are always welcome anywhere that I am.
Plus, I'm going to be rooting for that guy.
I
Aw.
don't give a.
Wait,
Don't
not your
tell me.
faction mate?
I love Ben. I honestly just want to see you guys both eviscerate each other if I'm not there. It's going to be so much fun.
It's gonna be
Well,
so much fun. If that.
okay,
I mean,
so-
we're talking as if we yeah. Anyone
We
can
don't know what's going
yeah.
on. We don't know where we're at currently.
Yeah.
Let's get
Okay,
into the
so-
super chat so we can actually get to the conclusion of this.
The-
Yes, I'm
well,
sorry.
hold on. No,
Oh, super chat,
I'm
super
gonna go ahead and say the plan for that was
yes.
that after we got this done tonight, that I was gonna try to do the championship belt match live at Spectacular. I don't have an open night to do it.
Oh.
I'm busy every single night. I really want to do it, but I can't.
Well, we can always talk about how that might get done with whoever wins and Ben offline, and maybe something
Well-
can get figured out somewhere, some way. Who knows?
Well, Mara, you're going to be at Riley's on Friday, right?
For a little while, but
I was going to say we could do it there.
I mean, I can't speak for Riley and his domicile or anything like that. So
Well,
let's
I'm
let's
just saying
take this off. Let's take this off.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, we'll talk about it later. We'll talk about
Let's
it
keep
later.
going. Let's keep rolling here.
Okay.
Super chats.
Responsible adult. Okay. Our homie Ben Rayner, day one, always supportive of everybody. Love you, Ben. Said, hey guys, sorry, I'm just saying hi. Good luck to Chandru and Mara, and happy Thanksgiving week. You can catch Ben on Schmoes of the North every week. And you can catch him in pretty much every single chat because he supports everybody.
He is all over the place.
Yeah.
And I'm scrolling and scrolling and scrolling. Oh, there's another one. Hey, it's Ben again. Serious question here. Apple pie or pumpkin pie?
Ooh. If it's pie, it's apple. But I have had.
This is not the round 3 question.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
not. Oh, I prepared the wrong stuff.
If it's pie, it's apple. But I do have pumpkin custard, so without the crust. But if it has to have the crust, it's apple.
If it's not Thanksgiving, like wintry season, I prefer making and eating apple pie, but I am making my famous double crusted pumpkin pie. The dough is chilling as we speak.
Nice.
Mara, after everything that everyone has said, about your baking skills, I would eat any fucking thing that you put in front of me.
Well, I'm very pleased to be having more people to feed because I'm in a house with Jacob, Taylor, Adam, Marisol, and Dan, and I get to feed everyone the entire time.
Nice. That's awesome.
Oh yeah.
Chandra, do you have a preference on
Apple.
pies?
Between these
Okay.
two, it's apple, but like if I have to choose of anything, it'll be pecan pie. Pecan pie.
Oh, pecans are that's a very good one.
You're
I
a
think I saw
Southerner
Any pie,
at
it'd be
heart.
cherry.
Ooh.
Oh.
I think I
If
saw
we're widening
two.
pie, it would be like chicken pot pie or like shepherd's pie. Like I'm more of a savory person.
Oh.
I can't fuck with chicken pot pie. I got
Wow.
food poisoning when I was a kid,
Oh,
and now
yeah.
when I
That
see
can
one,
that can spoil
if I
you.
see one, it makes me want to puke immediately.
Oh,
Jake, I think we've got a couple of
Yeah,
these
we got a
super-
couple more
super chats. I
We
see
got a
super
couple
chats.
more, and they're not my favorite people in the world. Amber Coat said, Mara and Chandru, I love you both. Heart. You're doing an amazing job. Lots of sleepy Thanksgiving Eve hugs. I'll think of you guys while I fly a balloon in 9 hours.
yeah.
Oh my
the
God.
they're
Yeah,
part of the
she's
Macy's
helping
Day
the
Parade.
Mace. Yeah, I did hear about that.
That's so cool.
Oh yeah, that's right. She was with a balloon like a week ago or something.
They were testing.
Yeah.
They were doing
Yeah.
test runs.
And then there's this asshole.
There is this
Says-
this gentleman.
Remember our bet, Chandru? You lose, you shave your head. Mara loses. I shave my toes.
I gotta say though, Kaiser, come on. If I had hair like his, I would never shave it. What are you doing?
Exactly.
No, we'll make him wax his, I don't know, back or something. Something fun.
It's already like hairless.
See, there
it's
you go.
easy
It'll
to
be so
wax a
easy.
hairless back. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Awesome. There we go, Kaiser. We
Look,
figured it all out.
If having to shave your toes is a bet, you need to fix that shit, bro.
What if I wax his toes? How about that?
Oh.
Ooh.
I'll do it.
I would pay for that live stream. So we
I
got
don't
another
know
one.
so much about you.
God.
We got another one from my dude Keith Delacommon. Mara was already one of my favorites. The fact that she enjoys torturing you, Jake, then you're shooting to the top of the list. Okay, not my dude. Fuck you, Keith.
Be nice to people. Why are you yelling at your cat? Do you want them
Because
to leave?
I'm in control of this fucking stream.
You think you're in control. You have me over here. Don't you forget that too, sir.
Oh shit, you are logged in. You do have control.
I have full control over here as well. So just watch your steps, sir.
All right.
Oh my.
Okay. I'm sorry, responsible adult. Okay, we need to get into round 3.
We do.
Yeah.
So Mara flipped the coin for round 1 before we started. So Chandru, you have the option of Team Trader, motherfucker, or Team Guy.
Team Ghai.
It is Team Guy.
Oh, okay.
So would you like to go first or second in round 3?
I'll go first.
All right, Meg's banner for a second while I make notes.
Yep, no problem. We did get a couple more super chats come in. I can throw those up. Listrina back. I got Mara in a $1 million quarter mile over Jake. Jake turned his back on family. You never turn your back on family. I have learned that from many years in Action Army. And then got a message from Amber. Jake, I'm on the Diary of a Wimpy Kid balloon tow vehicle, and Maxwell is on the candy cane.
Nice.
Aw, sweet.
So cool.
Nice.
I'm so jelly.
That would be
And
really cool.
I am just joking when I say Amber is not one of my favorite people. I fucking love her, but we always have to give each other shit.
It's the
So it's
same
like
with you and
family.
I. It's all fine.
I have never said a bad word about you ever.
I think that's because you fear her.
Oh, I am deathly afraid of Megs. As everybody should be.
If I put my foot down, I mean it. That's all you gotta know.
She is a sweetheart, but she will fucking lay the law down.
Oh, I've heard the study sessions. I know the laws, and Meg says the laws.
Yeah. So now that we have that established,
yes,
we will go into round 3. So, Miss McCurley, if you will.
Yes. Question number 3, our final question of this tournament. Which Schmoedown personality deserves the next documentary?
This one, I am very interested to hear how this goes.
Very, very interested. This could go many different directions.
Yeah, let me get my timer up.
Yes.
Just a second.
We're gonna be professionals here. We're gonna finish strong.
So, Chandru, did you say you wanted first or second?
Wait, what did I say? So if I start, do I go? Do I also have to start the closing statement, or how does it work?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, then I'll go second.
I wrote Chandru, so I think you said you wanted to go first.
I'll go second. I changed my mind. Sorry.
What the fuck? All right. Okay, Mara, are you down to do your opening statement?
Sure, I could do that.
All right. Well, your 1 minute starts in 3, 2, 1.
So I'm going to pick Kevin Smets. Let's just look at the basic formulation of his journey. He auditioned for the Schmoedown to debut in my year, and he got told no. He got told he had to retool his character. He had to wait. He had to sit there and watch me do something that he knew he could do and probably do better. He ended up debuting after I left, and he has some of the best IG character work there's ever been. He came out of obscurity. He didn't make a jump from, hey, I'm an extremely well-known guy in the fan leagues or people know me. He ended up getting all the way up to the Don't Tell Peter moment. And that just was crushing. But you know what? Without that moment, he may not have gone on the trip where he met his wife, where the rest of his life started from there. And then he came back and he steamrolled his way to a title in a KO knockout match, the best IG title match in history. Even if he never played another Schmoedown match, this story has all of the highs and lows, the roller coaster ride of every single kind of documentary film you ever want to see. And films are machines that generate empathy, just like Roger Ebert said. And this is all the feels.
Time. That was solid. Chandru, are you ready to combat that?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, your minute starts in 3, 2, 1.
The title of my documentary is The GOAT. And I don't even have to say who the player is, because as soon as you hear the Schmoedown GOAT, the first person you think of, and the only person you should think of, is Dangerous Dan Murrell. So he's played a combined 48 matches overall. His 49th match is going to be coming up at Spectacular. And what better way than to release his documentary during this 50th match, which would probably be his first match of next season. Dangerous Dan Murrell has done so much in the league, so much for the league. He has defended the singles belt more times than everyone else combined. That's how strong his legacy is. He's the only 5-time singles champion. The most anyone else has ever done is twice. He's the only person to have, one of only 2 people to have defended both singles and team belts. And so much heartbreak in his journey as well. Like, be the loss to Ghai, be the breakup with Roka, everything that just comes with it.
Okay, this is going to be a fight for this next 4 minutes. I don't know how Mara is going to argue against Dan, but I don't know how Chandru can possibly argue against Smets. So
They will have a tough road ahead of them here.
yeah. I honestly, I don't know if I am leaning one way or the other.
So something I would like to hear touched on is we've talked about their legacy inside the Schmoedown. What about their legacy and what they've meant to the community specifically? Touching on that, and yeah, let's see where it goes from there. I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued what else comes out of this. I'll hold any further comments till the next one. Let me see if our ghost judge has.
That is a very good question about the impact on the community.
And
I don't want to say the impact for me personally, because I don't want to sway the argument for either one of them either way. I have stories for both of them. I will save that for the end.
And then our ghost judge is asking, he wants to see you both going after the other pick, not just defending yours. So,
yeah, hey, this is the fucking tournament finale.
It is.
Y'all need to bring it. And please win and take that belt away from Ben.
Wow.
One of us will do it. We can do it.
Please, I am begging you.
Okay. Personal bias out of the way. Let's move on.
Okay. I just want to call out a couple things in the chat. Danny Cost, my homie, he said #free Jessica. That would have been a good. That would have been a good argument.
That would have been great.
And I want to shout out Jesse Swift here in the chat. Love you, dude.
Hey.
So we will go into the 4-minute open debate. Nobody has like priority of going first. Just go at it in 3, 2, 1.
If we make a documentary about Smets's IG career, it's going to end with him losing to a smirking asshole in eye makeup in a title match. That was actually an embarrassing loss for him. But Dan had.
I think that he's had a big involvement in the community even after that match into this season. And I think we all know that whether it's at the top of next season or whether he needs to take some more time, Kevin is going to come back. He's been very vocal about his intention to come back. And I think that like a documentary coming out near Dan's 50th match would definitely be like a good milestone in terms of numbers. But Kevin coming back, and after taking time off because people found it interesting, I don't know what's happening. Something's making noise on my end. I'm sorry. But him coming back, when I came back after 2 years, that was like this big, awesome event style thing. When Kevin comes back, it's going to be a big event style thing. And when he comes back, wins a match, probably gets a #1 contender match after that. If he can step over somebody that's like an established elite player like me or like you or Mike or Robbie, then he could end up getting his belt back. I mean, yes, what is more compelling than that?
All that is great. Like if he comes back and wins the belt, then I would want to see a documentary. But like Dan has already like come back from a loss, retired. This would be like if we make a documentary about Dan just after he lost to Andrew Ghai, because that's where Smets's career is right now. It's kind of in the Schmoedown sense. It's a kind of a lull. But Dan. He's already come back from all of his downs, like from being TKO'd by Andrew Ghai or Ethan Irwin. He's come back and won the belts multiple times after that. From after being dumped by John Roca, he's come back and won a team's tournament after teaming up with Ben Bateman too. So there's so much more potentiality, like how much he has meant to the Schmoedown community, like how much he is meant mentoring as well as bringing in more champions and too. It cannot be
I mean, I
cannot be
think
overstated.
Dan's lowest low, though, doesn't compare at all to Don't Tell Peter, because Dan has been very open. He lost to Andrew Ghai because he didn't know the answers to the questions. Andrew outplayed him every single moment of that match. Don't Tell Peter, he was at the precipice. He knew the right answer, and he is the one that lost himself that game. That is heartbreaking. Like, I still hurt for him every single time I rewatch Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. Like,
Yes, and
that heartbreak is so much worse than losing to Andrew Ghai. Much love to Andrew Ghai, by the way.
And but the thing is, like, that's just like one moment of the full documentary, right? Like, we already saw that in a promo.
Like
in the
Dan's lowest low, then
we just
we have to
already
climb back up from what was only a divot in a career of continued excellence. Like, that's certainly an accomplishment. He is one of the GOATs. I love talking about him like that. It makes me feel great. But does it make for the best documentary? It can make him the GOAT, but does it make the best?
It does though. It does though. Seeing him win the championship multiple times is so much better to see. Documents have to have like ups and downs and lulls and peak moments. Smets's one would have like one lowest low, and then in your words, and then
well, you
high.
just admitted though he lost to some guy.
Yes, and that's how you want the document. That's how you want his IG career documentary to end. That would be a sad ending. Like so many people in IG have accomplished what he has done.
Seconds.
Like I would love to see your documentary, Mara. Like you've come back and won the belt, which is what I would want to see.
But I just lost the belt, so I'm in the same position as Kevin. Why is my story more interesting?
Because
than
you've come back and won it second time.
Not.
Like Rachel Cushing's story, Mike Kalinowski's story of winning the belt 3 times. All of those would be better stories, even if you look at an IG player compared as opposed to Smith's story. But like once again, Dan has done something which is unprecedented. It's not like other people have also done it, and it's just more impressive.
Time. Shit.
Goodness gracious, you two.
All right. Megs, do you have anything here?
And I have many thoughts. Again, there's a reason these two are at the top of this tournament. They're very good at what they do. They have thought through these arguments. So I think I just I'm waiting for the gut punch in that final closing statement. That's just going to solidify that this is a documentary I'm going to want to watch tomorrow. Mm-hmm. That's what I need. What is going to be the thing that you're going to see in this documentary that you're pitching is going to make me want to watch it tomorrow?
Okay. The ghost judge asked if Mara could bake them some oatmeal raisin cookies.
I cannot agree to do that until after the match is over. It would be improper. So I am not answering. I'm neither confirming nor denying if I will ever do this.
Good girl.
Appropriate.
Well done.
Okay. I do. I've been negligent in looking at the StreamYard. We do have, or Streamlabs. We did have one from #Family John Lestrina. Says, remember what your daddy told you. Be precise in life. It can make all the difference. Dominic Toretto. Great advice for everybody to live by.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Always stay on brand, John.
Never change.
I've been dealing with your Fast and Furious quotes for like 3 years now. It is
when you learn to accept it, it gets so much more fun. Just learn to accept it and go along for the ride.
I'm not mad at it. Okay, so for this final closing argument, since it is the tournament finale, I am changing it from 1 minute to 2 minutes.
Oof.
You're not obligated to use the whole 2 minutes.
Yeah, you don't have to use it.
If you can wow us in just a minute, yield your time.
Yeah. No, this is the round that will decide who wins this. I mean, barring whatever the poll results are and shit. But Yeah, I'm giving you 2 minutes instead of 1 minute. So, Mara, you are first. Your 2 minutes start in 3, 2, 1.
Yes, Dan has done a lot because he's been with the Schmoedown since almost the very beginning. Kevin did what he's done in a fraction of the time, and I do think that makes a difference. Also, the best ESPN 30 for 30s are a roller coaster ride. The best roller coaster has high highs, low lows, and you're always moving around. Dan's roller coaster is like almost essentially the same the entire time, and that means he is excellent. It means he's a GOAT, but it doesn't necessarily mean it is as compelling. It doesn't generate as many emotions or as much empathy. Also, when we want to talk about legacy, I do think that 90% of what Kevin's contributions to the Schmoedown have been in the ring. But I cannot deny the fact that he did something wonderful with his illness. I have struggled with illness, and I chose to do it privately, and the community has given me so much respect and dignity to allow me to do that privately. I don't share diagnoses. I don't share medical updates. Kevin chose to do something I could not do. He had the courage to share with people. People got checked. Dan Murrell got 5 precancerous polyps removed, because of Kevin. I think that the idea that he chose to use the Schmoedown as a vehicle to do some real good instead of just choosing to smash cancer, as he so very amazingly did privately, in a way that is going to shape the Schmoedown forever. So even though that is a part of his story, it is not the whole story. It's not where I want to focus my documentary, because I'm not preying on the sympathy of the idea that he had cancer. I think that would be entirely inappropriate. But to deny that that's a part of his legacy and what that means to people, I think would just be a disservice to his struggle. I also think that it matters that he still studied with us. I don't know if you guys know that. He still studied with us. Like when he had chemo brain, when he was leaving to go, deal with health things and come back. Like we were still a part of him and he was still a part of us. He never left the dungeon because the dungeon is a family. It's more than a roster. So I think that his story is not just one of literal excellence. It's one of survival, and it's one of proving why the Schmoedown is such a worthwhile organization. This is what it gave us. It gave us Kevin.
Time. Fucking preach.
Don't show a bias, Jake.
I don't vote. I'm just saying, I loved that fucking round. Everything you said, I loved it. Mm-hmm. But it's not up to me. It's up to Megs, it's up to the ghost judge, and it's up to the people that are voting in this chat. I am not trying to influence anybody. I'm just saying I really love that fucking argument. Chandru.
Thank you.
You got 2 minutes, bruh.
Yep.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
You're right, Mara. A documentary should be a roller coaster with the lowest lows and the highest highs. But what is the lowest low? Is it Mets losing to a former champion because of one tiny verbal flub? Or dangerous Dan Murrell, even at that time an undisputed GOAT, coming back and being TKO'd by a person who's making their division debut in the singles division, who was not even touted as such a strong player. So that would be even a lower low. And it didn't stop there. The hits kept on coming. He got TKO'd by Ethan Irwin once again in the tournament, and then he came back after all of that and took the belt away from Ethan Irwin, who TKO'd him. That alone would make a great documentary. But that's not all. Dan's storyline with Roca being defeated by him in teams back to back, and then in singles, and then coming back and beating him in a triple threat, becoming friends and enemies and friends again, and now back to playing each other. His storyline with the corruption, his storyline with Ben Bateman being enemies to friends to teammates now, and all of this is what makes a great documentary. It's not just one down, one low and high. It's a lot of roller coaster, and there's a lots of downs and ups in the roller coaster. And almost every single person who has joined the league after Dan, or even some people who've joined it before Dan, had tout him as an inspiration, not just because of the way he plays it and how much he's accomplished in the Schmoedown, but how much he has done for the Schmoedown, how much integrity he carries himself with during the entire time. And he's become amazing at promo. Wouldn't you want to see that growth in how amazing he's at cutting promos? And also from a financial point of view, we are going to release this documentary in Patreon. So Dan sells the most tickets. People are going to get into Patreon just to watch it.
Time.
Man, this has been so much fun.
I know, right?
Yeah, it has
Are
been.
you also wearing a heart rate monitor? Because I'm soaring right now.
Yeah, it's been fun, but it's also been stressful because
I don't even have to wear a heart rate monitor. Like my heart, I can hear my heart rate.
You can feel it.
Yeah, it's like literally pumping out of my chest right now.
When I was watching The Last Duel, my heart rate was like 124 beats per minute during the like final climax. I was just like, what's gonna happen?
All right. Let me go ahead and put the poll up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And
oh my
Megs,
goodness,
if you can
yep.
riff for a couple minutes.
We're working on some stuff over here. But yeah, I think this has been quite the way to come to an end to this final. I am definitely excited to see how this actually ends up, because you guys have all been making amazing arguments.
Can we just get both the documentaries too? Like,
can we?
And that, I would say I want the third option if I want them both. If I had,
Megs wins. If Megs has to play Ben Bateman for the belt.
Can I go ahead and interject with what I was gonna say earlier?
Yes.
Okay, so I have personal connections to both of these choices, which made it extremely hard for me. I still don't vote, but so when it comes to Schmoebates, I've hung out with him several times. We've sung karaoke together. We sang to John Mariano's Daughters in LA, or New York. And Schmoebates has always been there for me. He's championed me as one of the biggest supporters in the community, which he never needed to do. And so I love that motherfucker. Like, I will always be there for him. But Dan, I would not have known what the Schmoedown is unless I was watching movie fights when Dan was on there all the time.
Same.
I never knew that.
Yeah. And so when I started this job in 2016, I started watching movie fights like in the background as I was working. And there was Dan and Brienne and Clark and Emma and everybody saying that they were on this Schmoedown thing. So once I got caught up with movie fights, I was like, okay, I'll go over here and see what Schmoedown's all about. So Dan is the reason that I am part of this community.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Same.
I mean so I didn't know the Schmoedown until I knew Dan.
Well, and then I met Mara and Dan in Orlando for the first time. Wow. Then we met in LA again. And you have both been so fucking lovely and accommodating and just willing to like accept me into your life. Like, so, and Schmoebates does the same thing. And that's why it's so fucking hard for me to pick. Like,
well, don't worry. It's mostly because we like your mom.
Whoa. Oh, of course. I had smoke in my eye. This is not emotions.
Don't worry, it's culturally inappropriate for me to show emotions too. I was getting a little wispy there. Can't help it. Kevin's my best friend.
You have all been.
Kevin's my best friend.
I don't think you would take offense.
No, Robbie's like my 1.000000001 best friend. So they're right there.
Yeah, you have all been lovely. Chandru too. I've hung out with you fucking several times. You've always been great. And
Thanks,
thank you both for doing this tournament. And it's not a surprise that you both made it to the finale.
Yeah, because
And,
he's a dang genius. Duh.
Right back at her.
You're both fucking like
Engineers for
nuclear
win.
engineers and shit.
Nice.
Oh,
Schmoebates needs
goodness.
more engineers. We got to do some recruiting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
You, me, and
All
Brandon Hannah. We need more.
Yeah.
Oh,
Brandon-
fuck Brandon Hannah.
Um,
That's kayfabe.
Uh-huh.
So we have our votes in, Jake, by the way.
Yeah, I just saw that.
Okay.
Everybody, please.
I'll
go
say how
vote. Please go vote at the poll. It's scrolling across the bottom. I'm gonna put it in one more time.
is Sir Pounce
He right there.
Do you want to say hi?
Oh,
wanna say
yeah,
hi?
I want to see. Yeah, Sir Pounce. What up?
He's currently made of liquid, which is what I call it when he gets real tired.
Oh,
I
hi,
hope
buddy.
he doesn't shit on you.
No. I just mean when cats get super tired and
Did I just
the only thing holding
chunk a
together is
deuce to
skin.
a cat?
I don't know, maybe. He's a cool cat. But yeah, he falls asleep on me and I can't go to the bathroom, and then eventually he gets tired
Aw.
enough that I can scoop him up, and he just is somehow held together only by skin, and then I put him down and I can come back and then pick him back up.
so he just stays.
He's a good boy.
All right. Hold on. Danny
By the way,
said he sent a
Danny said he
super
sent-
chat.
Yeah, I just saw that too.
You got it, Megs?
Super chats I don't have pulled up. That's on your end.
All right. Danny
Oh,
said, what would be the title of the doc? Happy Thanksgiving.
I didn't say mine actually. Mine was Smasher: The Legend of Kevin Smets.
I'll say, and Chandru, I think you had one. You just had.
Yeah, I opened with the title. It's the goat. That's it. Simple.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I dig it. Okay.
I look at my notes.
Hold on. Let me Megs riff a little bit.
Okay.
Let me get these polls up.
All right, very good. So yeah, I definitely agree. There's a lot of storied history, both long and short, with both of these competitors, for obvious reasons on both sides. So yeah, this one was definitely a tough one to go down the line with. So definitely,
All right.
definitely awesome.
God damn it, John sent in a Streamlabs. I gotta open that again.
I'm sorry you have to do your job, Jake. Oh my god.
Look, usually I'm the one behind the scenes while someone else is hosting. I'm not used to doing it all by myself. I've done this whole tournament by myself.
Sorry, he wants to eat Dan's headphones.
That is probably not a good idea.
Oh no, this cat had to have major abdominal surgery because he bit the elastic out of a sports bra and he swallowed it, and they thought he would pass it, and I should have just had them scope it out right away, but he didn't, and so he had to have surgery. But he's fine
no.
now, and this was like
Okay.
5 years ago, but still. Oh my god, you should have.
The things that they will get into. I've had
It
multiple
was like
cats.
a human child was at the ER the way I was talking to the veterinarian. I was so moist, and I was just like, if he dies, I can't handle it. I don't care what it costs. Make him a used Honda Civic. I don't care.
Oh,
Yeah.
So now I think that he's my little used car because he was expensive.
I feel you. I had 3 cats at the beginning of the pandemic. I have 1 now.
Oh no.
Oh, I don't know
I'm sorry.
that.
we went down from
That's-
2 to 1 in the past couple of years.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
I know.
One was 18 years old.
I would say when they've lived a really
Like,
good long life,
Good long life, yeah.
you feel a little
Yeah.
bit better. Not much, but it's a little bit better.
Mm.
Yeah,
Dogs can be the same way. I've never had dogs. We've always been cat people, but
Yeah, the other one had an infection and there was like fluid buildup and there was nothing that could be done. I mean, it is what it is. I was
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
I
You
was
never wanna
sad for a
keep them alive
time.
for you if it's not humane, of course.
Mm.
Yeah. And also for that cat, I put out a tweet that I just paid $300 to kill my best friend, and
I saw that.
within
Oh.
like 30 seconds, Nerd Chronic Venmo'd me $300. I was like, bruh,
Oh.
did not need to do that.
Oh.
see, that is
So-
just what this community does, and
Yeah.
why it's the greatest.
So I ended up sending that $300 to Care Rescue LA.
No.
Oh, I
And
love that.
I made sure they knew it was from me and Eric.
That's sweet.
So, I mean, yeah, this community is fucking great. Speaking of community, hashtag family, John Latrina in the stream
Nice
ad
segue.
said,
Oh.
he said,
A+.
money will come and go. We all know that. The most important thing in life will always be the people in this room, right here, right now. Salute mi familia. Dominic Toretto. As always, hashtag family and happy Thanksgiving to all of you wonderful people.
Do I need to
John,
finally watch the rest of
never
those movies?
change. Oh, you haven't watched them?
I've seen the first one, I think part of the second one, and then I've seen the last two that came out in theaters because Dan reviewed them. But I haven't seen like the good ones. Like Fast Five, I've heard is a lot of people's favorite because isn't that the one The Rock showed up in?
Yeah.
So I haven't seen that one yet. And I don't think. Oh, and I saw Hobbs and Shaw. I like that one kind of.
Mm.
Jake, how much longer do you want to have on the polls? Up so
I'm
people know?
about to cut it.
Okay, very good.
So Ben Rayner sent in another super chat, said right here, best community on the internet. And then the motherfucking dude, Ed Haskell, happiest of Thanksgivings to every single one of you. Amazing, awesome people on screen and here in the chat, and to your families with a heart, hashtag family forever. Ed, you are by far the number one supporter of this community, and you deserve to be acknowledged for that. And I love you, bruh. You are annoying as fuck sometimes, but I will always consider you to be family. So, love you, man. All right, so
We're getting mushy over here.
Aw, you're making everybody turn into week old bananas.
I've never heard that description. I like it.
Yeah, I really
All
like
yours.
that.
You could just take it.
That's the best bananas for banana bread, which I
See,
need you
I'm
to
weird.
make for me.
I actually use unripened bananas and I put just a skosh of banana extract in because the extra ripe bananas add a little extra moisture, and I like to put in more moisture either via an oil, a flavorless oil, or I like to make banana gingerbread, so I put molasses in it. And if you use really ripe bananas, it's too moist and you end up actually drying out the bread because you have to bake it so long in order to get your
Right.
toothpicks to come out clean. So it's just a personal preference thing, but I love the flavor of banana gingerbread. So I make mine with like cloves and star anise, a little bit of allspice, cardamom, maybe some crystallized ginger in there. You know, I like to get wacky with my spices, and cinnamon. I put 4 times as much cinnamon in every recipe because I love cinnamon.
Of course, all the cinnamon everywhere.
Once again, I am not going to argue with you. I'm waiting for Chandru to come back before I give our results, because we do have a winner. There he
Very
is.
good. All right.
I'm here,
Moment
I'm
of truth.
Yeah, we were just waiting for that glorious head of hair to come back.
That is quite the glorious head.
Marvelous.
Thank you. I grew it
Okay.
myself.
Okay, so we already said in the first round that Chandru won. In the second round, Mara won.
You know what? It's better
Nice.
that it comes down to this, man.
The last question. Oof.
So
Nice.
in the third round, Megs and our ghost judge were split.
Oof.
It came down to the audience vote.
Oh no.
Megs, would you like to announce the winner if you have it up?
Where did you put it?
On the fucking call to action page. It's
I would not have this any other way. This is
it's
beautiful.
scrolling on the bottom.
Oh my god.
Wow, you are spicy.
Look,
I have the chat up. I don't have the actual page up. I don't have multiple screens today. I'm being lazy.
I don't either. I have this fucking laptop. Look, I've known you for like 2 years now. You are not gonna like disarm
They're doing
me.
this on purpose to us, Chandru. You know that, right?
I
This was
know,
all a
I know.
bit.
This
They
is just
planned it.
like I'm
Are
like
we?
this, I'm this close to just checking Twitter myself.
Do you need me to send you the link?
What if we both were just like click, click, click? Oh, okay. Hey, this person won.
No,
I'm joking.
Don't
I'm
do
joking.
that. Don't do
I don't know how to click stuff. I don't know.
Oh, goodness.
Megs, do you need me to send you the link?
Yes, you do, actually, because for some reason my technology is failing me.
This is torture.
I've spent way too much time around certain people.
Do you want to announce it, Jake? That you could have done?
No, I want Megs to announce it. She's the guest.
Oh, okay.
I love it. Okay. All right. Oh, this is too funny. Why
This is
isn't-
more tense than when Christian tries to stretch out and your winner.
And yo.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Love you, Christian. I know you're like God, always watching.
He doesn't watch us anymore. We cuss too much.
Oh, fuck that. That's stupid.
That's not my fault. All right. And our winner by decision of the Twitter vote is Mara Knopic.
Oh.
And it was not close.
Congrats. I mean, I was
Nice,
sure.
Jake.
No, I was sure. I was trying to convince both the judges because I knew it would went to Twitter. It's gonna be a landslide.
It was 94% to 6%.
Oh. Oh.
Okay, I'll say that. I do think that you argued way better than 6% of the vote. I think that might have been a
Yeah,
little
thank you.
unfair. But I'm very thankful that people believed in my choice to go solo next season. I won't disappoint you guys.
Mm.
I'm joking. Chandru, I'm going to move forward in this match against Ben, and I'm going to dedicate what will be my certain victory to you and William Bibiani,
Oh.
the people who
you.
challenged me so much in order to get to this place. Kaiser, I love you, but you were of no help.
Yeah, that wasn't a fight.
I'm joking. I love you. Kaiser's like my big brother. I love him. But yeah, no, I guarantee that I'm going to dedicate the win to you and Bibiani. You guys can fight
Oh,
over
that's
how
so
much
sweet.
of the credit you get. I think you should probably get like 50%.
Oh, 50%. I'm happy with 50%. Hopefully, you get the belt away from Ben. It's gonna be a dungeon fight, regardless.
Who do you think Kaiser's gonna back, man?
Oh man, Adam Witt is gonna manage one of them.
Hey,
Oh man, I call Adam Witt.
if we
Only 'cause he
do
lets me
manage
push him around
to
more.
fucking do this live next
Uh,
week,
hmm I have the
It-
same request as
it's gonna
Mara.
be insane.
Yeah, can Chandru come commentate?
Yeah, exactly. Can I
Hell
commentate?
yeah.
I don't
There
want
you
to
go.
judge.
Yeah, you just come and have fun, man. Like that's the
Exactly.
best part. No strings attached.
All right,
Well,
Jake.
all right.
Jake, let's take this thing home. We've had
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
we've had a good time here, but
yeah, it's
Look at
it's
the
been
ghost
a
judge.
long night. We do have one more super
Yes.
chat from #family. Chandru
Oh,
used his
I
NOS too
disagree.
early.
He
How
won the first
unfortunate
fight.
for
He
him.
clearly
That's-
used it
that was-
exactly the
yeah.
way he should have.
That was the only fight I won, so I used it right.
Okay, I also we do have a guest judge
A ghost judge?
Ghost judge.
or ghost
The-
judge.
the ghost,
yeah.
yes.
Megs is the guest judge. We have a ghost judge because I've done this before.
you have.
Do you have any guesses as to who it might be?
Well, I believe it's someone that has a child.
Yeah, and it's a he.
Those
I
are
think that
both
could be a
facts.
misdirect. Oh, it is a he? Okay. Ooh. Who has children?
That sounded so dismissive of children.
Oh.
Okay, let me put it this way. The most
Is
perfect
it
child in the
PLD?
world is Kira Smets, and I love her and she
I-
loves me.
Aw.
Other children love me, but I'm uncomfortable around them.
I love.
I will say it is someone in the after show community.
It's
That's
not
not a
PLD.
competitor.
Who procreated?
Oh wow.
Who furthered the human race? I don't know. I'm
No,
bad at this.
I'm also I'm like coming up dry. I don't know. All right, don't keep us in any more suspense. This is worse than the Twitter suspense. Twitter
Okay.
Yeah, we're good at arguing.
Give-
We're not good
give
at
me
guessing
like-
it. Leave
give
us
me like-
alone.
Give me like 10 seconds. I have to close this door real quick.
Of course.
And then
Yeah.
I will be right back.
Yes, he will.
Is he trolling us?
Shit.
What if there
where's
is
the
no
mute
ghost
button?
judge? What if
Oh.
he's
There
the
it is.
ghost judge and this was
Yeah.
rigged from the start?
What if Megs had 2 votes and she was actually split on the third question? She was just like,
That would
one
be
vote
evil
goes
of
to
me.
Chandru, one
That'd
vote
be
goes to
very
Mara.
that would be very evil of me, but no, I do not allow for shenanigans in the background. I
Right.
nix those.
Nice.
Although in a way it would be smart because you abdicate responsibility.
Exactly,
And
of
you
the
blame it
entire-
on the fans.
Mm-hmm.
There
I've never
is
seen anyone ever blame anything on the fans before in any situation. ever.
no, never seen that at all.
I'm so bad. I'm sorry. I'm really stressed out guys. for the
Hey,
baking
I-
and stuff. I'm gonna be up all night.
I appreciate the
so I'm gonna get out.
sassiness. I appreciate it.
All right.
I bring the sass out myself. So
Wait, who was that?
So
Wait,
it is
what?
from the after show community. You're not going to be able to see me so good because I was outside. I was actually traveling. I was the only person that could travel and multitask, I guess.
Oh, it's Justin.
I know
Uh,
this voice.
It is Ham Bone
Yeah.
from Let's Get Ready.
Nice.
I was so fortunate to be the guest judge in this because this was a very good, very top-notch argument. As I'm coming in the house now, don't worry, I got a
Oh, okay.
computer that's ready for me.
Yeah. Nice.
So let me actually get to my computer, and I got a few things to say.
Mm-hmm.
At least I knew the voice. I knew
I was gonna say you hear the voice and you kind of get a what?
What the? That's what I thought was gonna happen. Okay, we can't hear you. You're not connected.
Oh, it's even better though that it's muted. This
Yeah.
is perfect.
We cannot hear you, buddy. Can't hear you.
Oh, Jake was a dumbass. But anyway,
no.
I'm here at Jake's house.
There we go.
Uh,
We figured that.
that's where I was
Oh
traveling
my god,
to.
this is great.
Nice.
A lot of people, some people knew that we actually lived together, or not
Oh.
lived together, but lived closely together.
Yeah, we
And,
don't live together.
and today, I was able to be here and be a guest judge in person.
Nice.
But I do want to say a couple things because a lot of things that got brought up after this whole thing because it was the community.
Hmm.
This community is great. Not too long ago at Let's Get Ready, we were able to step up for somebody that was able to send in a super chat earlier, Mr. Ed Haskell. He had problems during the big storm that flooded New York, and the community stepped up for him. All throughout this year, I think the biggest thing is community, because we had something terrible happening to one of the competitors, some news that we spoke on because we were planning on making a documentary about him, and that's Kevin Smets. And what this community was able to do, what this community was able to get done for that guy alone, and not only for us to step up to help his family and help him out, for him to actually fulfill the promise of plowing the mountain and smashing that cancer is just fabulous and overwhelming to be able to be part of that. So everyone that's in this chat, that's in this community, no matter if all you did was like, subscribe, maybe you couldn't send in money, but just sending in thoughts, prayers, sending in smiles, sending in jokes, whatever you had to do to pick someone else up, you were part of that. You played a role in what Kevin Smets was able to do.
Yeah.
He was able to get up and do everything that he was able to do because he felt that support. He knew it was there. You guys helped that dude do something that some people would seem impossible.
Bro, we raised like $48,000 over the Smash-a-thon.
That's something that's not to be...
Can I get my seat back and you
No, you
get
can't
back
get your
in this
seat back.
fucking chair?
What are you talking about? All right.
Well, no, really though.
I was in the middle of a heartfelt conversation.
Yeah,
I'm still part of it, but
that seat's uncomfortable though. I don't mind that.
But yeah, like the biggest thing I want to say is you guys, every single one of you that watched this, that was a part of that, played a role. Don't downplay what you did. Just because you don't get on screen and get to talk to people like me and Jake do, or any of that kind of stuff right there, just because of that, you did a major part as well. And don't sell yourself short. That's what I want to send out to the community. And no matter what happens with the Schmoedown, no matter what rules change and what they decide to do going forward, I will always remember especially this past year, because I was in this community a big part doing the show over there at Let's Get Ready. The reason why I asked about the oatmeal cookies is because I got to see Mara during a birthday stream bake the entire time.
Oh, wow.
And Chandru, I'm going to be nice tonight. You brought the game tonight. But I've gotten messages, especially from Amber, so I know I'm supposed to be mean to you.
Oh,
so other days.
Honor though. Hunter made the baby Yoda macarons, and I've never done that. So I also think that he is an exceptional baker.
I'm not as good as Mara though. Like, well, I'll bring some baked goods to Mara. Look, hopefully she's baking too.
Yeah.
Are you? Nice. Well,
Yeah.
it would be.
I just want to thank everybody for being here tonight. You have why is my
Yeah, man. My name's your name's underneath me now.
Look on.
Where's the echo coming from?
Hey,
are y'all hearing an echo?
There is,
Yeah.
because you guys are too close together and the Omni mic is picking up both of you. We discussed this.
No,
Yeah, mute one of your computers.
I killed his.
Great.
Wait, is your audio on over there? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Much better.
There we
now
go.
now it's gone.
Okay.
Bravo.
I want to thank everybody for being here tonight. Mara, Chandru, you both fought valiantly to get here to this final, and you had a hell of a fucking match tonight. And you both fought well. Thank you for being here. Thank you for doing it on a week where we have a holiday tomorrow, and most people weren't going to be around.
So we're shooing for match of the year, right?
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
I already have it marked down.
It is written.
Nice.
Yeah. And
read that last super chat.
so, wait, there's another super
don't
chat.
read the last super chat.
I'll get to it eventually. Oh shit! No, I'm not gonna read that right now. I'm talking. I'm trying to give these people props, man.
Look at the camera, man. Stop looking at me.
I've been trying not to look at you all goddamn night. But yeah, Mara, please take that belt from Ben.
I'll try. He's bigger than me.
Hey, in a debate, it doesn't matter.
I'm just joking.
If you need backup, I got you.
You can't show up.
But you're hosting.
Come on.
I am impartial. But yeah.
I knew there was a butt coming.
Yeah, take that belt. Thank you all. Thanks to everybody who's been in the chats, who voted in the polls and everything. I wasn't really. I didn't know how this tournament was going to go with me being at the head of it. But I think it was all right.
You did great.
Yeah, everything was good.
Yeah.
We made it. Y'all made it to the end, and there were some really good debates in there. So
There's a good idea
Honestly,
about bringing
if it
in the
had
chat. So we can go first one, $20 super chat. I smack Jay.
I will fuck you up.
Wait,
I'm already between you two, but I feel like I need to separate you two more. On screen, I'm between these two boys, but I feel like I need to just push them further
Just
apart.
push them physically.
There's 2 engineers, 1 adult,
I'm
and 2
surprised
children
there
in the
isn't
stream
already
right now.
10
Everybody.
$20 super chats, to be honest with you. I thought that was going to break the bank.
Now, well, there is a super chat from #family. Acknowledge the magnets, Hambone. That is a reference to Fast and Furious 9, which is the last movie that I've seen in theaters that I saw with this asshole.
I believe it's F9, the Fast Saga.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It might be. I don't.
To me,
This is me announcing my singles debut, everybody. I know one thing.
Yeah.
to me, it was Fast 9. What the hell was up with those magnets? Did they actually have artificial intelligent magnets or something in that movie? For
Look.
God's sakes.
Okay.
Okay.
We
Dude, we actually
were-
got a $20 super chat.
Look,
It's there. I see it.
me and Justin were sitting next to each other in the theater, and he would not shut the fuck up about the magnets. I'm trying to watch the movie, and he would not stop talking about the magnets.
Hey, Resident Evil was good.
Oh,
Better see
Brandy.
some punches.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, I know Brandy wants to knock me out because Justin is her boyfriend. Also, salute to new blooming love. I'm down for Brandy and Justin. We will be in LA together, and I will not give you shit.
Why are we looking at each other right now?
I don't know why.
You're looking
This is so-
at me,
yeah.
which is the more hilarious part of it.
Okay, look, we need to close this out.
Yes.
So, Mara, congratulations on your win. Chandru, you put up a hell of a fight,
Thank you.
and
Absolutely.
we will have this championship match. It probably won't be next week live, but we'll do it soon. So,
All right. This is first time I've ever been on Call to Action. It's Hambone, and I'm going to have to end this the Hambone way. I'm going to give y'all a treat tonight. Y'all are going to get to see firsthand the people that didn't get to see it in Atlanta, the last live event, or before this year's New York. But I'm about to show. You're going to get to see what a full frontal hug is.
oh god damn it.
Oh,
No, motherfucker!
I'm glad that phrase
Get
ended
the
with full
fuck off
frontal.
me!
There were so many ways that could have gone.
Yeah.
I'm like, what is going on?
Oh, that's so
I
funny.
apologize for my Alabama friend. But y'all have a good night. Well, before we go, Megs, what do you got to plug?
Well, we just came to the end of the season, but if you need help catching up on anything that's been going on with matches, check out After Action Report here on the Call to Action podcast channel. If you want to talk stats or want to hit me up on anything with Schmoedown related statistics, why are you interrupting me? You can find me at Instagram and Twitter at Megs_reclaimed. And I'm never know when you're going to see me pop in with call to action stuff, but I am always going to be here doing After Action Report as long as there are stats to talk about in the Schmoedown.
Yeah, and you are so much better than Frank Janish. I will die on that hill every day.
She is more unbiased.
There are aspects of which I have advantages in certain areas, I will admit.
Oh, she's throwing down the gauntlet.
Frank has the league's endorsement, but he's not the only stats cat in town. That's all I'll say.
They'll be all right.
Yeah.
Come to seat away for your stats.
Wait, who's
May I have a plug, please?
You may have a plug.
One thing I would love for people to consider checking out is joining the Bone Marrow Registry. The link, it's www.bethematch.org. I encourage you to read their FAQ page. It's not like what you see in movies and TV. It's not the most painful thing in the world that you're awake for. It's very, very different than that. Using something that you have inside of you right now, you can save somebody's life. Even just considering doing a blood donation if it's something that is safe for you to be able to do. But just something to consider. There are people out there that desperately need matches. And also people that come from blended racial families have a harder time getting matched because you are more likely to match with someone who has a similar genetic profile to you. So it's also something to consider. If you have a unique background, you may match with someone who is desperately seeking a match. So please, anybody, just consider it. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I signed up for it maybe 8 years ago.
Oh my gosh, thank you.
I have not been tapped to be a match, but I am 100% with you on this organization and what they're doing. So yes, everybody, please go to bethematch.org and sign up. It doesn't take anything from you. Like, you don't have to pay anything. You could possibly save someone's life just from getting some bone marrow transferred to them, and it's nothing. Like, it won't affect your life at all.
And of course, if you have like religious reasons why you couldn't do that, of course, absolutely, I totally understand. So I'm not saying it's for everybody, but just something to look into if you're curious.
Yeah. Please, please check that out. Bethematch.org. It's great, and thank you, Mara, for bringing that up.
Chandru, do you have anything that you want to plug before we head out of here?
No, nothing much. Just at Chandru Things on Twitter and Instagram. And if you're traveling to Spectacular, and if you haven't gotten your booster shot yet, get your COVID-19 boosters, because there's going to be people coming to LA from all over the world, actually. So protect yourself and also protect others that are coming there. And then other than that, again, I can't recommend it enough. Go to bethematch.org if you can, and see if you can make a big change in someone else's life with a very small change in yours.
Yeah, very small change in yours. Speaking of boosters, I have one scheduled for Friday, so I will be all the way boosted and 5G enabled when I come to Spectacular.
This one's 6G. We're going for.
Yeah.
What the booster is for.
Hambone, what you got?
Don't worry, Chandru. This will be over soon. Yeah, man. It's Hambone. Let's
Unnecessary.
get ready. You know what I'm saying? Like we do a lot of things there: movie reviews, trailer reactions. We talk about the Schmoedown, obviously, big time. We do a lot of stuff over there, even sports and wrestling. And now, here in the next day or two, I've actually started recording me playing a game called X-Wing, which is obviously about Star Wars, but it's a tabletop game that you can play online. I'm going to have some of those if you want to look at that and check that out. But besides that, Bobby Gucci, we are ready for the 4th of December, man. We all are ready. Me and Jake's going to be flying on the same plane, getting to Los Angeles to get to you guys. It's going to be a great time, fun time. Do excuse me, I will be drunk, but
Yes.
I don't get too stupid when I'm drunk. I just get funnier. So that's all you have. Just be ready to laugh and have a good time. And I hope I see a lot of you guys out there in the chat. And yeah, dude, this community is amazing, awesome. Just like I talked about earlier, y'all play a lot of that. And Chandru, there are some people out there that like you, man.
Oh.
Even though the Twitter vote didn't show it tonight, but there's a couple.
That vote was not personal. That vote was ideally,
yeah.
I hope, for the arguments.
Yeah.
Yeah. I always say base it on the arguments. I have had guest judges that, like, after the opening statement said, "Oh, I'm voting for this person." I'm like, no.
You gotta wait.
Listen to the fucking
gotta
arguments.
listen to the whole thing. Yeah.
Hey, trust me, if this were a popularity contest, I'm exactly the same as I was in high school. Not very popular. So I haven't improved.
Oh, you are way more popular
What?
than Chandru.
Well, I must have just made better friends because I was not popular in high school. I went to so much therapy because of high school.
Look, no, I'm going to be honest with you. As far as a judge on this one, it was very, very tough. Like, seriously tough. I literally said that in the chat. Like, I almost couldn't make up my mind on the very last one. I had clear-cut winners that I had picked for the first two rounds, but that last round was very, like, deep. I'm really glad it went to the chat and let them decide kind of thing because, like, I went one way, Megs went the other way on that very last round, and it was very difficult. Y'all put both feet forward and got out there and did better than I think I'll ever have to do in some kind of Schmoedown debate.
Yeah, and that's why I gave you 2 minutes on your closing debate because I needed to hear more.
Nice.
So thank you both. Thank you, Megs. Thank you, Fuckface. And
Was that me?
No, well,
No.
it was to me.
yeah,
Look,
this
we're gonna
idiot
cut
sitting
this live
next to
stream.
me.
It's not going to be live, and
All right.
don't want to know what's going to
Jake, I
happen.
love you, but I gotta go make a pie
Yeah,
and like
same.
Yeah.
roll.
I was
Yeah,
like,
I
let's
gotta
get
make
these
a
people out of here.
I'm trying to wrap it up. We're done.
Are you?
Well,
You're gonna rescind my win, aren't you?
I
I have that power. He doesn't.
okay. Mara, congratulations on your win. Chandru, congratulations making it this far. You put up a hell of
Thanks,
a
man.
fight. Thank you, Megs. Thank you, Hambone. Thank you, everybody in the chat. And we will see you next time for the championship, which will be Mara versus Ben. And I salute you.
You do know you have to push the button.
Yes, I know I have to hit end broadcast.
Bye.
You fucking